Welcome back. Today we're going to take a quick look at a TWS set by Tagry. This is the X08. And I'll say this is primarily an Amazon set, and if you've ever browsed TWS sets on Amazon, you'll know that there are thousands of them. And a lot of them have super high ratings, like 4 stars, 5 stars, and there's tens of thousands of ratings. This is one of those sets. So a very popular set on Amazon. I was kind of curious to hear what all these people were rating and why they rated it so high and what it actually sounds like. So this is it. So this is what it looks like up close, kind of your standard black case. It actually does have a LED charging meter and battery meter kind of there, and it will be blinking on my video, but it doesn't blink in real life. The shells are very standard, ear styles. There's nothing really too fancy about these. I think this is more of a no frill style set. They kind of give you a good value on the price. Don't charge so much. Give you kind of the standard accessories. The box is kind of minimal as well. Tagry X08. You can kind of get has built-in mic for calls. Has smart touch controls. It is IPX5. On the side, wireless charging, which is actually pretty good at this price, which is about $22, I think, after coupon. You do get that LED power display, as I talked about, portable charging case. And the final specs are, 35 feet IPX5 and about 6 hours on single full charge. So that is that. And I think so. Other specs you can kind of see on this one. It does have a 13 millimeter dynamic driver, which is pretty cool. Wireless charging meter, and it's about 22-ish, like I said, on Amazon. And really what actually caught my attention on this particular set, 66,243 ratings. And if you are from the wired IEM world and ever was curious about how many ratings you get on AliExpress on your favorite set, it's probably in the hundreds at best. Or not ratings, but numbers sold on AliExpress on your favorite set is probably hundreds at best. Some of the KZ sets are super popular, and those will actually get higher. But as far as the number of reviews, that's going to be pretty low. So when I saw that 66,000 people had actually rated this one, that's a super large number. So let's take a look at what this thing actually sounds like. And I think generally I would say this one is going to be for people who are primarily interested in bass and the lower range, or very sensitive to treble. It actually has a signature I've probably never seen before. It's actually quite unique, and the Tagry X08 is actually in the red. And the blue, I actually posted, or I put in the background, KZ's Carol, which is a very typical looking TWS graph. They tend to do this, right? They have a DSP style tuning bass shelf. So they kind of cut across, they dip down hard right before the mids, and then do kind of a normal, almost Harmon extended, assuming that the fit isn't all that great, put some extra energy in there, and you end up with kind of a bassy U-shape, fun, energetic style sound. So what Tagry did is they essentially rolled off the sub bass, which is kind of fine. You're probably not going to notice that outdoors as much, and then they cut across the bass shelf like right into the mids. There aren't that many wired sets, and I'm not even sure one off the top of my head that would actually carry in, this bump right there all the way up until about 400. You don't see that very often, and then to dip it really hard at 400 and then to kind of dip under where you're expecting. So this whole lower range is very much emphasized, and that's what you hear. And then the whole upper range almost sounds binary, right? This is on, and this is almost off. And it's really hard to hear things that happen out there. You kind of get up until kind of somewhere over here. The rest of it, very hard to hear. So, yeah, it's a very interesting signature. I've never kind of heard anything. But as soon as I popped into my ears, it basically sounds exactly like this. It almost sounds like it's rolled off pretty much about right here. And this whole thing would kind of go there. There isn't a whole lot here that you can hear without turning it up quite a bit. So very much a signature for people who are interested in the whole lower half of music. If you are interested in the upper half of music, that's probably not going to be your set, or it's going to sound super, super relaxed. I mean, the Harman Target is sort of the general appealing level of upper range. You can kind of see they dip it down pretty hard right there, and then it never really gets to the point where the meat of your music, cut kind of up through the upper mids and the lower treble, where that's going to be really part and present of your music. So there you go. That's kind of a very interesting one. I'm kind of glad that I had a chance to hear it, and glad that I had a chance to see, another signature that isn't Harman or a standard TWS style tuning. So that is what I got on the Tagry X08. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.